I'm gonna make Tall Poppy 2 logo. Yeah!
Alright, so I did some awkward posing. I had to take the painting down because I wanted to get a crisp, clean picture of the fingers.
Alright, let's put it in.
And so I took the video image, did a little snapshot there, slapped it in GIMP, and just matched it to the Tall Poppy character. And so I wanted to make sure that the scale was pretty much specifically in line so that the shoulder and hand and things didn't really look too out of proportion. Now, Tall Poppy is a tall, lanky guy, and I'm not really, well, I'm average height, let's say. But anyways, I had to cut around my fingers like a caterpillar munching on some leaves, and I wanted to make sure that that looked pretty appropriate, so I had to do some more rotating, figuring out if it looked okay. Made sure that, once again, the sizes were too wild there, because they kind of were. And then I discovered that it didn't really look that great, so I, retook another photo, cut a little bit more of myself so I can get some of the black in my shirt in there, because, it looks like clothes and whatever. So I did some recoloring, forgot how to turn it to black and white. There you go, I remembered. And then I did a little bit more sizing, as you do, and I wanted to make sure that it looked good. Did a little bit of rotate action, just to make sure it all lines up. And then followed by, what the heck did I work on next? I cleaned it up a bit because, there's a little bit of overhang and the layer was a little bit above, so I had to make sure that it wasn't too bad. And then I think I did some shadow work after this. Bear with me here, folks. I'm giving you a live report as it's rolling out. And so I think that's exactly what I did. Yeah, I tried to work with some lighting and I realized that it wasn't really working out. And then I was like, okay, well, I got to make a shadow layer. So I made a shadow layer, and then I did a little bit of erasing and stuff, and just tried to find out where the light would be based on what it's shining on the character itself. So I did a little bit of erasing of that, so I'd make sure it looked like relatively it was, in the shadows, as one would say. And then I did the white border. Then I discovered that it didn't really look that great, and so I started chopping it down a bit, and yeah, I was just like, it doesn't look good with the full border around it. It was too thick, too much of a baseball glove look. It was bad around the body, but it was not that good. So I cleaned it up, put a little bit of a shadow layer underneath the hand, and I cleaned up the background too because it's just too distracting on the eyes as well. So it's a graphic design thing. And then I did a little bit more shadow cleanup, made sure that I put some fingernail details in there as well, and I tried to add a little bit more light to it. So once again, I still wanted a little bit of light shine to make it look like it was light. I had to make the lines a little bit thicker there and make sure that it wasn't too bad. And then what else did I started blending the shadow layer a little bit too, and then it started looking pretty good. And then after that, I think I put some eye sockets in. So I put some solar flares in there, something like that. I forget what they're called, but I slapped them in, put the colors, and there you go. Now we have ourselves a final Tall Poppy 2 logo. And get ready to play a cool Tall Poppy game, folks.